Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown, Dunkirk, and Westfield, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County.
The Chautauqua Center.
Are you looking for affordable medical, dental, or counseling services? The Chautauqua Center is always accepting new patients at their Jamestown and Dunkirk locations. They offer discounted prescriptions and accept all insurances. From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Doc Hamels, and thanks for joining us here on Channel 1301 on Spectrum. It's Saturday morning. Happy August. Today's the first day of August. I don't know how that happened. Justin, where'd July go? It's like a blur. My wife and I keep talking about this. It seems like I'll say to her, guess what? It's Thursday tomorrow. It's like every day, it's like the weeks are just flipping by. Well, anyways, the weather report for today is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a perfect day, like 77 degrees and sunny, no sun, no rain. The sun is going to be there, no rain in the forecast whatsoever. So hope you're enjoying your weekend and partaking of all the good things here in Chautauqua County. I want you to stay tuned for the whole show today, because we have something coming up that you probably want to know about that's going to be really cool. And we're going to be going down memory lane, and we're going to be talking about a really good fundraiser supporting some really fine folks over in Gerry, New York. Okay, but I'm not going to tell you anything more. That's my teaser for the moment. I want to say good afternoon to everybody in Jamestown. We're listening on WRFA 107.9, low power to the people, Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. This is going to be some good information we're going to be sharing with the show, and also with some of the announcements are from the Jamestown area. So thanks for checking in. And always, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world, because everybody's in different time zones. We're streaming live. Thanks for dropping your little notes as we go along. It's just fun to see where people are from around the world and across the United States and the county for that matter. So keep those notes coming. We really enjoy it, and we keep track of it on the map behind me here. And it's really interesting how we use our technology these days and how we can stay connected. And we're all facing the same issues with this COVID-19 virus. And so we're all in this together, and we're all working hard together. And we've been encouraging everybody to wear their mask as we have been since March. And from what I can tell, our county's been holding up pretty well. We have our issues here and there, but overall we're doing pretty good. I'm setting up a show in September. We're going to bring a panel of folks from the various departments of the county, and we're going to be doing sort of updates. So you might want to think about watching that show, but I'll tell you more about that later next month. Okay, let's see, what else is going on? If you are traveling in the Westfield, Barcelona area, over on the west side of the county, you might want to check out all these little lighthouses you'll see out in front of businesses, out in the parks, all over the place. In fact, they go into Portland and Brockton and over into Ripley as well. It's their promotion for lighthouses. If you stop at some of the various businesses, they have maps and just a lot of fun. Yep, there's mine. That's a split shot, okay? I don't know where the flag went. I got to get back there and put my flag. Someone took my flag off it, but it's out in the McClurg Park, right by the clock tower there. And there's over 100 of these, so it's just a lot of fun to kind of tour the area and see the various versions of lighthouses in our area. Thanks for popping that up. Okay, another announcement that as so many things have happened since this whole thing has taken place, this pandemic, things have been canceled left and right. But people are finding creative ways to still get things done, fundraisers, promotions, whatever. And the Ride for Roswell, as many of us know, is something that we hold near and dear to our hearts here at Chautauqua Sunrise. And the 25th anniversary ride was supposed to take place back in June, I guess it was. It was canceled, and so what they've done, June 27th, thanks Jeff. And so what's happening is people have splintered off. They've got some rides that Roswell has set up more towards Buffalo. But us guys down here decided we were going to do our own ride, and it's not sanctioned. It's not approved by anybody. It's just what we're doing ourselves. And I've talked about it a little bit. We're going to do it August 9th. Hopefully the weather is holding. We'll see. We're going to meet at Meter's Restaurant, one of my underwriters that you saw earlier in the big, opening credits here, and 7:30 in the morning over at Meter's. We're going to leave from there, go to the Pennsylvania border, come back through town again. Take a little breather, head to Westfield, take a breather, get up into Portland, let's see, over Prospect Hill Road, up to Webster, down to Munson, just below or above, I don't, depends how you look at it, near 21 Bricks, and then head back into Ripley and collapse at Meters again. So that'll be about 33 miles, we figured. It'll be a lot of fun. We're going to take breaks. So if you're interested in joining us and you have a Ride for Roswell fundraiser page, you can join us and still collect donations. I want to thank those that have donated to my page already. I got a couple donations this past week, so we're moving along. It's a good cause. And Bob Bentley, one of the owners of Meters, I've been coaxing him and bugging him to ride his bike, and he's going to join us for the first leg of the ride. He says he's going to do from Meters to the PA and back to Meters, so he's going to come along with us. Anyways, Chautauqua Sunrisers will be out there again this year. They'll be on August 9th, 7:30. I want to do a shout out to somebody I didn't even know was doing this. My old friend and pal from my BOCES days, Hector Alvario. He's got the Hot Spot restaurant over in Jamestown. So if you happen to go there and you're listening to this and you go over there, tell Hector I said hi and send my regards and tell him Doc said hi. Good guy. We've known each other for a long time. Let's see, what else? Some things have been totally shut down. I call it the St. Patrick's Day Massacre for musicians. I did my last gig on the 15th of March, and then after that, the whole world just shut music down. People went to online concerts and things like that, but I've been pretty well shut down. Well, a couple weeks ago, I got a call from a friend of mine, Jim Scrivens, and he says, "Hey, what are you doing these days?" And I said, "Not much." And he invited me to join a band, and I'm part of the Growlers group now, and they're right here, based out of Mayville. And we're going to be playing tonight at the Big Inlet Brewing Company. They're on the Big Elm Flats Road. And you might say, well, how are you going to do that? Well, they've got everything cordoned off. I mean, you have like a box seat picnic table. Everything's taped off. It's all socially appropriate. They've been doing this for a couple weeks now, I guess. Been getting rave reviews. The stage is off by itself, and it's cordoned off. We have to wear masks entering and leaving, all that sort of thing. And so if you're interested in an open air concert tonight, 6 to 9, Big Inlet Brewing, the Growlers. And then we're going to be playing at the Mayville Park on August 20th around 6 to 8 o'clock, I guess. I'll talk more about that next time. All right, so I have a few announcements to share with you, and then we'll get to our guests who are anxiously to come on, I can tell. Let's look at those faces. Okay, today's August 1st, as I mentioned, Silver Creek Yard Sale. All right, so this is a timely thing. It's going to start here pretty quick, or already did. It's already in 12 minutes into it. The Hanover Community Chamber of Commerce is holding its 28th annual Silver Creek Yard Sale today. You can shop all day at dozens of garage and yard sales, Emerald, throughout the village of Silver Creek. But I wouldn't ride your bike. I get your folks to get you up there. She likes yard sales. It started about 8:30 today, so it's going on until 5 o'clock. Those who want to read that part. Proceeds go to the Hanover Community Chamber, and they have maps available at the chamber office. So anyways, check it out if you want something to do today. From time to time, I like to mention this, the Chautauqua Area Habitat for Humanity. My buddy Mike Ricketts has been heading this up for many, many, many years. They're working on a project at 127 Union Street, and they're working from 8:30 to 12:30, and today they are going to be cleaning siding. So if you're watching right now and you say, "Oop, I forgot to go over there," or you're interested, head over to 127 Union Street. They've got masks. They're required, so if you don't have one, I'm sure they'll have one for you there. We got to sign some paperwork. Everybody's got to get checked in and all that sort of thing. They're doing the social distancing and so forth. But they work week after week after week rehabbing houses, which is so cool. And they help worthy couples and families to get into some really cool housing. If you're interested, give Mike a call at 338-8864 if you want to participate down the road. Again, 338-8864. Okay, now this is from the Chamber of Commerce here in Chautauqua County, and this is something you should know about. Okay, it says, oh, I'm sorry, scratch that. I'm on the wrong one. This is from the city of Jamestown. Okay, this is an announcement I thought was interesting. I'll get to the chamber one in a minute. City of Jamestown allocates nearly $500,000 to COVID-19 stricken businesses in attendance. Limited funding still remains. Okay, that's all one big title. Okay, anyways, the City of Jamestown through the Department of Development has provided nearly $500,000 of recovery grants to local businesses for tenant assistance. The funding was provided by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, through the allocation of the Federal Community Development Block Grant. Rental assistance grants of $52,000 have been provided to local tenants, while small business grants of $417,000 have been awarded to 18 local businesses. Businesses and tenants are required to provide proof of economic impact due to COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so here's the deal. If you're interested, they still have money. And if you want, you need to give Crystal Serdike, I'm not sure how to say it, a call at 483-7659, 483-7659, or you can go to jamestowny.gov/restart. Again, all one word, jamestowny.gov/restart, and you can look at the application online. There's money available. Don't be so proud you can't accept some funding. Some of these businesses are struggling right now where people need money to stay in their homes. Check it out because the money is available. Okay, here's another one from the city of Jamestown, and this is for a lot of folks because a lot of people participate in these activities. It's a long list, and I'm going to just go through it as quickly as I can, but here we go. These are the opportunities for summer youth activities. A lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, the kids have been home since like April. We still got half a summer to go, and what are we going to do with the kids? Well, this is a long list, and I'm going to read what it says. City of Jamestown officials and local youth services organizations recently met to discuss youth programming activities that are taking place in the greater Jamestown area this summer. Mayor Sundquist said many programs had to be cut or canceled due to pandemic-related concerns, and we wanted to get a consensus on what resources are still available to families and then spread the word, and that's what I'm doing right now. So, according to Julia Cecila Hanley, at her phone number 483-7523, these are the programs that are available. Okay, so some are a little bit longer than others. But the Chautauqua Safety Village, one of my very favorite organizations, hosting free all ages family bike nights through August on Thursdays from 4 to 7 p.m. Includes bike and helmet safety review. Bicycle and helmets are available for people to use as well as on a limited basis. Free traffic safety classes will be held August 4, 11, 18 at 5:30 to 6:30, which includes traffic, crosswalk safety, driving electric vehicles, ages 5 through 8. August 25th will be a babysitter training with only 8 participants allowed due to restrictions, ages 11 and up. Free virtual field trips can be scheduled as well. If you're interested, give Jessica Dayton a call at 338-0170. Safety Education Village is doing good stuff still. Chautauqua Striders, they're doing online tutoring. If you're interested, give Rich Walter a call at 579-8156. Infinity Visual and Performing Arts are offering online lessons, instrument rental programs, scholarships are available. Give them a call, 664-0991. Jamestown Audubon is offering a day camp to Chautauqua County and Warren, Pennsylvania residents. Interested? 569-2345. Jamestown Boys and Girls Club is offering a full day and half day camp. Give them a call at 664-2902. See, there's a lot of stuff going on. Jamestown Community College is offering online kids college courses. Well, that'd be cool. Taking place through August 10th, so you got 10 more days of that. If you're interested, give them a call at 338-1000. Jamestown Prendergast Library and other libraries are offering online summer reading programs, online classes through their Facebook pages. I forgot to mention, we're going to be taping a librarian from Ripley today, Rhonda Thompson, and we're going to do some summer reading of some books that she's going to bring. So I believe we're going to be taping that and putting that on the air for kids at home. They're going to, back at the libraries, they're making take and make kits that are available at the Prendergast Thursdays from 10 to 6 p.m. They're doing book giveaways on Friday and free grab and go meals from 11:30 to 1. If you're interested, give them a call at 484-7135. Jamestown Public Schools will be distributing Jumpstart boxes to K through 8 students who have been signed up to participate in the Summer LEAP program. Whew. Child care is being provided at Jefferson Middle School by the YWCA and Ring Elementary School by the YMCA. The Jamestown YMCA is offering a free lunch program at Jefferson Middle School and Purcell Middle School and Ring Elementary School, Friday from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Want to know more? 483-4350. Okay, a few more. Prevention Works still holding Teen Intervene program, 664-3608. The Relief Zone, that's in Frewsburg, I don't know about this one, is offering a day camp until August 28th. Give them a call at 569-2614. The Jamestown Area YMCA is providing child care at several locations. This is a big problem for a lot of families right now. A free summer feeding program Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 1. August 28th at Ring Elementary School, Purcell Middle School, Jefferson, Jamestown Boys and Girls Club, James Prendergast Library, youth swimming lessons, Camp Aniasa. They got all stuff kind of going on through the Y. Give them a call at 664-2802. And finally, the YWCA does early care and education, offering a day camp. Give them a call at 488-2237. Woo, a lot to do. Okay, I was going to talk about the rodeo, but we're going to talk about that a whole lot in a bit. Prevention Works is still having their annual Chevetta Chicken Barbecue this week, Wednesday, August 5, 11 to 2 p.m. It's going to be at the Chautauqua Mall, Fairmont Avenue. Dinners are only $12 and include a half a barbecue chicken, macaroni salad, potato salad, and a roll. You can do drive-through, takeout only, cash only, or at event, or you can purchase a ticket online. And if you bought a ticket prior to this online, bring that ticket, they'll honor it. All right, so if you want more information, give them a call, 664-3608. And of course, the proceeds are supporting all the good work that Prevention Works, formerly known as CASIC. And finally, there is early bird pricing for the Chautauqua Chamber of Commerce Golf Tournament that's still on August 27th. It's going to be held at the Peak and Peak Resort, starting at 11 o'clock a.m. 11 a.m. Yeah, 11 o'clock a.m. Shotgun start, and but this is only going to go through the 7th of August, the early bird special. I don't have the price, but evidently they give you a discount. And deadline for all registration is August 20th. So give them a call and at the chamber, and you can go online and check out their website as well. Whew, I'm running out of breath. I'm going to take a break here, and we'll be right back. Watch this.
Why should young people care about the spread of coronavirus? Well, we know that people with underlying medical conditions over the age of 60 are at highest risk, but they've got to get it from somebody.
So we're asking everyone to be selfless for others so that we can protect those who are most susceptible.
Not going to bars, not going to restaurants. It all just means physical separation so that you have a space between you and others.
For more information on how you can social distance, please go to coronavirus.gov.
And we're back. I kind of felt, whoop, they're gone, and I'm back. That was funny. Okay, well, I guess today I've been here 2 times prior, and we talked about good stuff, the history of the event that we're going to be talking about and so forth. I was thinking about my own family, and that I'd taken my family to this over the years, and good memories. I want to welcome back Tom Atwell and Bruce Gustafson from the Gerry Rodeo.
Thanks, Doc.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
75 years in the making, and here we are with a pandemic.
Yep. Actually, this would have been our 76th year, but we had to postpone until 2021 because of the pandemic. The governor, when he put his extra estates on, more or less took away my contestant base.
You're coming from out west and down south and everywhere else.
So we had to kind of look at that and say, okay, sorry.
So up till now, you've had 75 rodeos. This
Yep.
would have been the 76th. Okay.
Yep.
So how long have you been part of the rodeo?
Since I was 5,
So, oh, here we go. Well,
45 years.
are you kidding?
No.
45 years. How about you, Bruce?
About 32, I believe.
Oh, you're just a kid. a late bloomer. Well, I remember taking my kids when they were real little, and I just remember just the kids squealing with great joy of watching what was going on and going through the vendors and the carnies and all that stuff. It's just a lot of fun. So, Tom, it must have been excruciatingly painful to come to that decision. So who made the decision?
Actually, the fire department body did. Everybody thought it was going to be me making the final decision, and I said, no, that's going to come from above me.
Mm-hmm.
As rodeo chairman, I fought it as long as I could, and finally we had to vote, and it came down, and we said, okay, that's what it is.
Were there some holdouts that really wanted to keep doing it?
Yeah, I was leading the charge. But
Well,
in the long run, I think it was the safest thing.
gosh, I don't know how you would have done it. Would have had spacers on the bleachers, and the contestants would have had to be separated.
We had a 50-page document from our governing body for the PRCA, for the rodeo itself, how we were supposed to do things. Every night we had to, actually after each event we had to go in and redo the chutes and everything and sanitize them for the next event. There was only allowed so many people in the arena, and it was a lot of work, but we were looking at doing it, and then as things just kept getting piled on, we said, no, we can't do it.
Well, the cost involved is astronomical in some cases to be able to bring the supplies in to do what you got to do, and we'll talk more about this, of course. But the sanitizing, the people do the sanitizing. I mean, that takes a lot of people power.
Yeah, the manpower was going to be the big issue.
A lot of people know my daughter has a salon in the Northeast, and it's a pretty good sized one. They have about 20 employees, so they have a good sized clientele that comes and goes. Well, they've got to sanitize the bathrooms every 30 minutes. Well, by the time you have 3 bathrooms and you start with the first one, you go upstairs, do the third one, it's time to do the first one again, plus the doorknobs, plus, I mean, and nobody's like fighting it. We get it. I mean, parts of the country aren't getting it, and as we've been seeing, and so it's really adding a lot of cost and, as you say, manpower to a lot of these events. So, well, I'm sad that so many of the events. I mean, the county fair. I mean, we didn't do the Mayville parade this year.
It's hard.
It's hard. And, you know, if we could get everybody to sign a piece of paper and say, I pledge that I will wear my mask, be socially appropriate, wash my hands accordingly, I think we'd be all right. But we can't bet on that. And that's one person has it and they spread it, and then we have those spikes. So I guess we got to keep ourselves safe. So, well, I give you guys credit and applaud your decision, even though it hurt and it's going to, you know, take a lot away from this year's coffers, I'm sure. Let's talk about that. Why do you do the rodeo? Why? What's it all about?
The rodeo is actually what pays the bills for us to be able to help the community. It gives us the money to restock all our trucks, service them, maintain them, purchase new ones if we need to, buy new supplies and gear. I mean, it's expensive, you know, for us to volunteer to go out and help somebody in need. And this is the way that the community can help us help them.
Right. I was a fire commissioner for a few years, and I understand what you're talking about. There's a certain amount of money, and I don't know how yours is set up, but like the Ripley hose, they get a certain amount of money through taxation, but then the rest of it is coming through other funds. And you know, it's like any place else. There's only so much money you can raise through taxes, and you know, before people start to complain. So you gotta find other avenues. Now, are you both?
Yeah. We have a contract with the town, so we get, like you said, a contractual amount.
Right.
But you know the expense of a vehicle now.
Oh yeah.
To replace a fire engine can be anywhere from $150,000 to $400,000.
Well, I was going to say about $300,000 because I remember we were talking about $250,000 for whatever, depending on what it is. You know, if it's a brush truck or if it's a pumper or it's a hook and ladder or whatever. How big of a fleet do you have?
As first assistant, I should know that, but.
Well,
see, we have.
You can make it up because I won't know any difference.
I think we have 6 pieces of equipment, counting the ambulance, which it's run sometimes 3-4 times a day. Sometimes it'll sit for 2 or 3 days.
Right. No calls today, please.
First thing we did when we walked in is shut our pagers off.
Well, you know, I have the app for the county because, it's just an old habit being a commissioner. You know, you want to know what's going on. So what trucks do you have then?
We have an ambulance, 2 engines, a rescue, and a tanker.
Okay, wow. And people think, well, you know, what's the big deal? Well, every time you do a run with one of those trucks, you got to refill it with chemicals and foam and all that jazz, right?
Well, it's more or less just the water, and the big thing is the fuel.
Right. So there's a lot of hidden costs that people don't know about. And then, of course, you've got, let me see if I used to call them scubas, but SCBAs. What do those run? Those are the.
They're about $4,500 a piece.
So why don't you talk about that? What are those? Because I'll get it all goofed up. I used to call them scubas.
Those are if we have to go inside a fire, that gives you your air to breathe. It's not oxygen. It's just regular air that's been filtered and stuff. And they run about $4,000 to $5,000 a piece.
And how many guys you having that go into a fire?
We own 10 or 12 air packs.
So we're a significant chunk of change here.
So you have 12 of those, plus you have to have a spare bottle per the state or per the regulations.
Yeah,
so that gets expensive.
Right. And of course, wear and tear on your equipment, the hoses. I'm sure you have inspections and you got to update things. And
yep.
You know, unfortunately, you know, some of us have to see you guys under the worst of conditions, and you know, they're life-saving conditions, and these are things that, you know, I don't want to say you're a hidden service, but, you know, you don't really think about it till you need you. And then when you need you, thank goodness you're there. I mean, I had my pickup truck go flying on me one day. I was in it, and ended up in a big old ditch, and to see Mark Smith from our fire chief standing over the ditch looking at me, it was a good thing, you know. I mean, I knew I was in good company and they were going to make sure I was okay. It was a number of years ago. It wasn't my fault. somebody was backing up a trailer across the road in the middle of the night without any flags and stuff, and I didn't see it till the very last second, big black thing, and I veered off and right out in the air. Anyways, so the Gerry Rodeo has been one of your major fundraisers, and but you came up with a different strategy this year. So let's talk about that.
Well, this year it was kind of off the cuff that we did it.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of people on our Facebook page and such that were looking for the dinner. If we couldn't do the full rodeo and dinner, they wanted us to do the beef dinner.
They wanted you to do the dinner, even though there wasn't going to be a rodeo. This must be quite a dinner if they were clamoring for Bruce's dinner.
We've got a lot of people that really like it.
Okay.
So we discussed it, hashed it out, and finally we got it set for August 8th and 9th,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we're going to run with.
Okay. So, Bruce, you've been
Yeah.
sitting quietly over there. So, you're the man of the hour. There's going to be no cowboys, no cows, no horses. It's all on you.
All the dinner.
All on you. So, I love when you go through the whole process of the dinner, because a lot of people don't know how you do it, because it's pretty outstanding to me.
Yeah.
And astounding. So let's talk about how you prepare for the dinner and what's going to be involved and what are you offering.
Okay. Well, this year on Saturday it's 4 to 7,
Okay.
and so that's an hour earlier than the rodeo. So that means I got to be down roughly 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning to start things going. Get the meat on, and because the meat cooks probably close to 12 hours, smokes.
Wow. What kind of meat?
It's beef. It's,
Like brisket or?
it's called a gooseneck roast or goose roast or something.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
exactly where it's
Big
from.
pieces of meat.
Yeah. Yeah, I got roughly 900 pounds coming.
900 pounds?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
And then we'll do the potatoes like normal. And
So are those baked potatoes or?
well, they're peeled the night before
Mhm.
and soaked in water. Then they're all cleaned up the next day. Then they're partially steamed and finished with a deep frying.
Oh, so French fries.
No,
No.
they're baked. They're potatoes. They're potato you quarter, about
Okay.
golf ball size, a little
All right.
bit bigger, and
Oh, cool. All
they're
right.
deep fried at
So
the
we-
end.
All right. So we got meat and potatoes.
And then
American
we have
standard.
the corn,
Corn.
salad, cottage cheese, dinner roll, and then we have our barbecue sauce and gravy. Be no ice cream this year and no drinks.
Why?
It just
Because it's
make it
drive-through
more
only.
convenient.
Okay, that's the key. It's a drive.
Right.
How's that going to
Drive-through.
work?
Luckily for us at the rodeo, we have 3 driveways. So one's going to be you pull in, you do a kind of a big loop, you buy your tickets, you pull up to in front of the building, hand them your tickets, they hand you your dinners, and you can pull right back out and drive away.
Fast food.
We're hoping.
Slow fast food.
Yeah.
All right. So how much are the tickets and prices and all that?
I think we believe $15 for a dinner this year
Mm-hmm.
for the.
Is there different for kids or is it just flat?
Nope,
No.
flat.
Okay, that's important because a lot of people say, well, I mean, so per person.
And
Okay.
we're not, used to be we'd do you could get extra meat, extra potatoes. This year it's just going to be a 3-compartment styrofoam container. Here's your dinner, and hand it to you and you can go.
Okay.
It's too hard to try to personalize each one, and it's just, we're trying to make it so we can get as many people through as we can. The price of beef's kind of set our pricing for us this year.
Absolutely. And I've noticed in various restaurants, everything's being served in styrofoam or plastic containers. You don't even get a dish anymore. It's like a picnic style. That's got to be extra money. I mean, I don't know how you served it in the past, but I mean, other venues, they're hidden costs again, and the sanitation and all that.
Well, the 3-compartment containers are about 12 cents a piece.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's everything starts adding up when you have to buy them,
Yeah.
and
12 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but when you would keep adding it to all the other costs and things like that. But there's something you do in the morning, though. Don't you, build a fire or something? Or?
Oh, I get the fires going. And
Yeah, well, what kind of a fire? This is the part that always intrigues me.
well, we just I start with some kindling wood, and we throw on the maple wood and get that fire going. And then we stack the pits with the meat, and then we transfer the fire over to the pits and just keep it going all
So
day.
it's like a rotisserie type?
No, they're sitting in a big pan,
Ah, okay.
and the heat, the fire's behind them, and just heat and the smoke is what cooks them. They're not actually directly in
Okay.
with the flames.
It's like a Dutch oven type feel, or
Yeah, more of a smoker.
smoker? Okay.
It's covered all up on top, and it
Uh-huh.
just smokes
And you do this every day.
every day.
So by the time you get done day one, you might as well just stay right there and start all over again.
Pretty much. During a typical Royal day, I'm out there about 10:30, and then I'm back at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning doing it again.
I hope you appreciate him a lot.
I appreciate him a whole lot more because we did a couple of these a few years ago for Mother's Day and Father's Day, and I helped him to get everything set. Yeah.
Is he a taskmaster?
He manages that kitchen very well.
All right.
I normally start during the rodeo. I'll start my day 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I'm there till midnight.
Uh-huh.
And if he needs a hand, I'll do what I can to help him. But for this, I'll be there probably the same time he is.
What's your background in cooking? I mean, is this something you just learned from other people, or were you?
Well, I first started, I was in the meat room cutting the meat, and then just kind of got more involved. And the guy that was heading the kitchen kind of resigned, and I got pretty much had put on my shoulders.
It's like a vacuum;
took
it
it
just sucks you right in.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Well, but it's for a good cause. So you
Right.
kind of worked your way through it. Okay. So in the past, how many meals have you served? This is always pretty crazy.
Last year we did a good year. We had upwards of the 4 nights, so right around 4,000.
4,000 meals. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It depends on the
It's a lot of
weather,
beef.
but
A lot of beef.
it's a lot of
That's
beef.
a lot of bull. Okay, and where do you get your corn? Local?
No, it's all pre. We order it through Maple Vale.
Canned corn.
Oh,
Canned
canned
corn.
corn, not corn on the cob. Okay,
Yeah, it's
gotcha,
canned
gotcha,
corn,
gotcha.
just
gotcha.
because, again, to try to make it easier, it's just
Right. A lot of preparation in those things.
And then this dinner, we're putting the gravy and barbecue sauce in little cups or
And
whatever.
that costs a little bit. Probably a penny or two a piece. Yep, keeps adding to
And the
the bottom.
cottage cheese, I believe.
Another
is gonna go
container,
in one of
probably.
them.
Yeah, can't be touching anything.
Right.
And you probably have all new sanitation. Well, probably you always had sanitation, I'm sure. But is there any higher forms of sanitation you got to have this year, according to that 50-page report?
all our people that are handling food have to wear gloves and masks or a face shield. So we're maintaining that too.
Okay, so it sounds like you're doing it by the book.
Oh yeah.
Silverware's all pre-packaged. So
Oh,
you
and no salt and pepper shakers, right?
Nope, it's all inside your silverware package.
Okay. Ketchup? No ketchup.
If you want ketchup, you can stop and get your own.
Okay. Some of my family members like ketchup with everything. Okay, so let's see, where do we go with this? So then 4 to 7 on Saturday, the August 8th. And on the 9th, what are the times? Same
I
thing?
believe it's noon till.
Noon till 3 or sold out.
Sold out. Okay, that's good. Can they get pre-sale tickets?
No.
No.
No pre-sales.
The only thing we are working at right now is if they want 10 or more, they can call 985-4847.
Wait a minute, 985-4847.
847.
Who they get?
And that'll be one of the people for the dinner.
Okay.
And they can, for 10 or more, because that way we have an idea that nothing worse than getting in line and all of a sudden we only have 9 dinners left.
Right. So, all right, and they call the day of?
Yes.
So, all right, so let's get this straight. August 8th, from 4 to 7, August 9th, 12 to 3. If they want to call ahead for 10 or more dinners, 985-4847.
Yes.
See how I did an advertisement for you? Folks, you're watching Chautauqua Sunrise. My guests today are Tom Atwell, the rodeo chair, and Bruce Gustafson, cook extraordinaire, who are talking about their fundraiser this year at the Gerry Rodeolus. That's hard to say, but I commend you though. The Cherry Festival in Northeast Pennsylvania, that's always a big deal. Week long, they did the same thing. They just had their food and they had drive-through, and people were just buying their food from the vendors or whatever to try to keep something going.
Well, that's where we actually picked up the ideas from some of the other local fire departments doing their chicken barbecues,
Okay.
how they were doing their drive-throughs.
So people are thinking, well, if I drive through, I'm going to get my meal, and then what do? You go home. You go to a park. You're not going to have any picnic tables or anything like that, right? Okay.
Nope.
See what I'm doing? I'm fleshing this out because I'm thinking, like, who's watching this right now? They're going to say, okay, what do I do next? There's no music. There's no displays. It's just a fundraiser, a great dinner, and it's going to support the Gerry Fire Department.
Yep.
Okay. You know, I asked you about how long you've been involved with the rodeo, and I thought to myself, I'm going to ask each of you a question. And by the way, where's Paul Cooley? He left us high and dry. Paul's our historian. I mean, he's like our go-to guy when we're stuck, right?
Yeah, he handles a lot of that.
Well, Paul, wherever you are, I hope you're well, and we miss having you on the show today. Paul has been my contact for the last 3 years. Okay, so the question is, and I'll start with you, Tom. What's your all-time #1 favorite memory of the rodeo over the years that pops into your head first thing?
Celebrating last year's rodeo. believe it or not, being 75 years, we did fireworks every night.
Mm-hmm.
We spared little expense to get some of the best entertainment that we could get in our clown, and I thought it was probably our best show that we'd had.
Great. So good memories of last year.
I mean, I really enjoyed the rodeo all the way back, but
Mhm.
that was one of my best.
Now, you don't participate, right? You're
No.
not a cowboy
No.
rider,
No,
throw down a steer or jump on something, or...
throughout my high school years, they all wanted me to do it, and I said no. No.
Do locals participate?
No.
They're mostly all sanctioned from...
All over the country.
Okay.
Last year, I think we had 43 states represented.
Whoa, and 31 of them can't come now.
Bingo.
Bingo. Okay, we'll go to Bruce. Favorite memory so far?
Well, kind of, last year, it was good and bad, but we ended up selling everything out. We ran out of beef the last night, and you know you had a good year. But you hate to see that happen, but unfortunately it did. But it shows what a good year
What
we
a
had.
great support to sell out.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like having leftovers. Well, you know, and it must be good food because you know as well as I do, if it's bad food, the word gets around and people shut
Right.
you out. So, well done. We got a phone call.
Uh-oh.
I think it's going to be okay. All right,
Hi,
let's see what
Mr.
happens.
Cooley.
Good morning, caller, and welcome. Caller, are you there? Jeff, are you lying to me? You lost? Oh, Randy's on the phone. No wonder. I used to have that job. Someone would call in, I pushed the wrong button. Poof, they're gone. So they'll call back. Okay. So anyways, so we have some pictures,
Yep.
and we can reference them. Paul sent me a slew of them, and Chris, our director for the show, did a montage of these. So Jeff, let's pop up the first one, and I'll let you guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. Oh, this goes back way back.
Yeah, these are the first few years of the rodeo.
So we're talking 1945? Okay, I got that right. I knew it was right around there. So for those that are listening on the radio right now, it looks like a view from maybe an airplane or way up high, maybe somewhere. I don't know how they got that shot back in 45.
Actually, that was back, that one was taken off our barn, what we have as our rodeo barn.
Oh, okay, way up there. It looks higher.
Nope, because we've switched, the arena has actually been switched around. The chutes are now at the other end of the arena.
Okay. So we got a lineup of some rodeo, I got to look over to say, some female riders, looks like.
Probably rodeo royalty.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
Just used to be queens, or it could be the girls that came with the rodeo just to try to give you something other to look at than guys.
Okay. Are they like the Dairy Queen? They're voted or something like that?
We used to actually run a queen contest, and then we got away from that.
Yeah.
And now we do bring them in. They've got a New York State rodeo queen, teen rodeo queen,
Okay.
Little Miss. The circuit that we belong to has their own queens,
Oh,
and then
cool.
we invite
So they would
neighboring
ride
states.
in.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have a caller. So let's see. Good morning, caller. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there you are.
Good morning, Doc. and good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bruce. I'm getting very hungry. listening about the menu of your beef barbecue. I'm ready for a plate right now.
All right, let's do it.
It sounds wonderful. And congratulations for continuing on to do your fundraising. And I want to thank you and all the other rescue areas, your fire department and rescue. We are so fortunate in Chautauqua County to have such wonderful volunteers. You are the best. You come immediately, and it is a tremendous service that I am very appreciative of. And thank you very much. I'm sorry you're not going to have your full rodeo this year, but I'm looking forward to that beef barbecue.
Linda,
thank you.
Have you gone to the rodeo over the years?
A long time ago I went, and I always want to go to it, and it just seems that things are going on, but I plan on going next year.
All right,
Definitely.
2021.
Yes, and I'm definitely coming for your beef barbecue.
Good.
There we go.
There we go. There's one sale, Bruce. Are you going to have more than 10 meals?
Well, I'll bring friends.
All right, because if you do, then call ahead.
Yes, okay. And, it's good that you're doing the takeout because people can take it home. They don't have to worry about anything with the pandemic. That's a great way to go.
Well, that's the way of the future, I think. At least this year.
Yeah.
Yes. It's always good to be safe and cautious. I also wanted to mention there are services with the Senior Employment Program. We're doing safety checks now. People are going to be going back to their host sites. We have jobs opening up, so things are getting better. There are also other services with the Chautauqua County Office for the Aging. The number to call is 753-4471, but if people want services with me, seeing we have limited coverage at our main reception desk, they should call my direct line if they want employment services at 753-4856.
Okay. And Lynn, is there any particular position you're having trouble filling right now?
Well, I do have somebody lined up to be a transport aide with their carts transportation, and he definitely will be put on. But that's always a spot that is for people who like to be driving, who like to be outdoors. I find that people who work in the farming industry, they seem to be good fits because they start early in the morning and they're accustomed to driving larger vehicles.
Okay, so if people are interested in a sort of a part-time job, they do get paid, and maybe
they get paid 20 hours a week for minimum wage.
Okay.
And we just when the wage goes up, naturally minimum wage it goes up.
Right.
And a lot of times, especially with places like Meals on Wheels and carts, they usually like to put people on in these training positions that are interested in doing it as a career. They usually hire them afterwards, after they're trained.
Great. All right. So if people have retired, or maybe they're older citizens and they're out of work or whatever, they can. We have a volunteer here?
I just said, there you go, Bruce.
Oh, Bruce just signed up. He's after he's
give me a call, Bruce. Give me a call, Bruce. I've got a
Tom
job
just threw
waiting
him
for
under
you.
the bus here.
I've got jobs waiting for you.
All right, then. Well, have a great weekend, and thanks for calling as always. Good to hear from you.
Okay, it's good to hear from you, and thank you. Have a great weekend and
You too.
week.
Happy August. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So where were we? She made an interesting point, and I think I glossed over it a little bit. During this whole time, my wife and I, we have date nights sometimes, and we'll go out to a restaurant, do takeout, and go to the local park or the beach, and they have picnic tables. We go by ourselves and wear our masks until we have to sit down in that. But is there any parks near Gerry where people can go?
I'm not sure if the town park's open or not.
Not the only thing open there is walking track. So
Okay, but anyways, but people could, well, even if they're in the surrounding areas, there's various places they can go, or scenic vistas, or stop along wherever. It doesn't. You don't have to take it home. You can have a little picnic.
All right.
Okay. All right. So let's keep rolling those pictures. We were seeing some pictures from the past, 1945 forward. Gosh, 75 years. Okay. So what we got here?
Okay, looks like we've got our original charter members.
Okay, they're wearing the old-fashioned fireman hats.
Yep.
Now you wear those for like dress parades, right?
Well,
Some type
they
of
used to.
fancy hat?
We've got away from those. Then you have a picture of the barn, which is actually still standing. It's just been painted different colors.
Mhm.
The bottom left is actually our judges from the rodeo.
Now, do they come in from out of state?
Yep.
There's another problem.
Yep.
Couldn't get judges.
Then it looks like the barn needing some repairs, and guys working on that back in the early days.
Okay. No, I think the signage is pretty much the same, isn't it? Except you just change the dates, I'm assuming,
Yep.
or do you put the dates on there?
No, we used to. We've gotten away from putting the dates up
Okay.
there.
All right. Keep them coming, Jeff. Well, looks like Roy Rogers.
Just some of the early pictures on the top. The bottom left again is the ticket sales, and then if you look at the pricing, it's a whole lot different than what it is now.
Now, this is not the meal. This is just to get in, right?
Yep, that's just the seats. And then the bottom right is actually when they used to bring the stock in by cattle car.
How
on
they
the
do it
rail.
now?
They bring them in tractor trailers.
Okay. Those long ones in double decker? No, not double decker. No, would it be double decker?
They have one double decker I think
Okay.
they use, and then the rest of them are all singles.
Wow. So, how far away do they normally come?
The stock comes from up in Lake Luzerne, up by Lake George.
Oh, way up in upper New York.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Okay, now we're kind of leaving the black and white era here, and we're getting into some color, but still pretty old pictures.
The black and white picture there is actually our dinner line, which is pretty close to what it is now.
yeah.
I don't see Bruce. Is he in that picture?
I don't think so. And then that's actually our Model T, which is our first fire truck.
Do you still have it?
Yep,
What year is that?
1924.
Okay. Do you bring that to the Mayville Parade? Okay.
No.
Okay, I know you guys do come to the Mayville Parade because I announce you guys all the time.
Yeah, we bring one of the big engines, the newer engines now.
Okay. I just got it from my engineer. He said the Mayville right here in town they have a 1929 engine.
And then the bottom left again, and I always seem to go to the left, is all but pretty much our current fleet, except for the green one's been replaced. And then we start the rodeo pictures with our tribute to the flag.
All right, now, is this a local person that's riding, or is that something?
That's actually the stock contractor's wife there.
Stock contractors. What is that? A stock contractor? You mean for the?
He's the one that brings the animals to us.
Oh, from
the
Lake,
rodeo.
From Lake George.
Yep.
Okay, I'm following you now. Okay. Holy mackerel! I love these pictures. Oh, you got to describe these as we go, because people are listening on the radio, they can't appreciate these. These are unbelievable. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. For those of you who are listening on the radio, you can always go to YouTube and look up our show, or go to our Facebook page and watch the show, because these pictures are action pictures. You got to see these. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, first upper left is one of the special acts we had a few years ago. He's got his trained pony jumping through a ring of fire.
It's like a big hula hoop.
Yep, and the flames get going pretty good on that. The other one looks like a bullfighter's getting run over right in front of the barrel.
He's definitely on the wrong side of that bull. Where is he?
He's under it actually, and it looks like his shirt got caught on the bull's horn.
So this is real rodeo stuff. This isn't mamsy-pamsy. This is the real deal.
Bottom left is a gentleman coming off his horse doing the steer wrestling, and then the bottom right is the classic event, the saddle bronc riding.
All right, now, before we leave that picture, steer wrestling, what does that involve for those that are listening?
Pretty
and
much,
watching?
you come off a horse, full speed, you turn a steer, put him on his side until all 4 feet are facing the same direction.
And you didn't want to do this?
No. I like my
This
knees.
is like a death wish. How much do those things weigh, those cows?
Those are probably 600 pounds.
600 pounds. and you're jumping off a horse, and that cow has horns, and you're
You wrestle him.
no, no. Okay, I'll miss that one. Ah, here's a cute picture.
Okay, then we have the barrel racing, and then a little guy that we have, like we call a kids rodeo, where they have a stick horse barrel racing, where they run the barrels with a stick horse. Our stock contractor's wife puts this together, and she calls it a boot and shoe race, where they take one boot or a shoe from each one of the kids and put it in a pile in the middle. You have to run out, find your shoe, put it on, and come back to her and win a prize.
Oh wow, that's cute. Now the barrel racing. Why don't you? How many barrels are involved?
3, and it's a clover leaf pattern.
So zig and zig zag. Okay,
Yeah.
zig. And what's and
You're
this is
against
all
the clock.
timed, right?
Yep, down to the 100th of a second.
Do you ever? This may seem like a strange question. Do people ever break like the world's record or anything like that for these things?
They set records pretty good. Depending on each arena, you have to reset your pattern, as they call it, and that sometimes or a lot of times will adjust your timing.
Okay, but this is like consistent. This barrel race would be the same if you went to Texas, to Oklahoma, or wherever.
Yep.
So many feet apart in a particular pattern. Wow. Okay.
And that's at the end of the rodeo. He won our tie down roping, and that's me presenting the buckle to him. And
You
that's
look awful tan there.
yeah, and that's his son. Who first question he asked his dad is this one mine, Daddy?
So what is in it for these guys that come out and ride?
They go for prize money, and then we offer them the champions a belt buckle or a set of spurs, depending on which one we do for the year.
Now is that a big deal?
A lot of them use them as. A lot of them will actually put them on walls as a plaque.
Just like it's
A
not a
trophy
trophy.
case.
It's something special. I mean that's pretty ornate.
Yeah.
And then there's Bruce.
Just prepping the wood. We had just finished splitting for the year, and that takes a lot of wood work.
Bruce, what kind of wood is that? You said
Maple.
And reason because it's slow burning, I'm guessing, the flavor.
What they always
Because they
use.
told you, someone
Yeah.
said that's the way to do it. Don't
Yeah.
change. How many cords of wood do you go through?
Yeah, I don't know about cords. We probably go through a couple of those rolls. We go through quite a bit. We get people in the community who donate if they're having a maple tree cut down, or the town.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If they're cutting down some trees in their maple, the local cemetery, they will drop it off to us. so.
Excellent. Okay.
That's our team roping, where one guy ropes the head, and then they turn them. They rope the back 2 feet, and again they're going for against the clock.
So it's team.
Yep.
Wow.
And if they miss, it's a no time. And they pay roughly anywhere from $200 to $300 for an entry fee.
Oh, so they're paying to come in.
They're paying to play.
It's like poker.
Yep, pay to play. And if
Okay.
they miss, it's a 0, and they walk away with nothing but a round of applause from the audience.
Oh boy. Okay, keep them coming. We got about a minute and a half left here. I want to try to get as many as we can.
This was going to be our new event this year. It's called Breakaway Roping.
Okay.
It's for the ladies. They rope a calf, but instead of tying their feet, as soon as they rope it, the rope's held to their saddle horn by a rubber band. And when it breaks away from the rubber band, that's when the clock stops.
Oh, that's a new one. I haven't heard that before.
Yep.
Okay. How about one or two more, Jeff? And then we're going to wrap up here.
Again, more from the kids' rodeo.
Mm-hmm. Participants, okay. It looks like face paint, and they're all decked out in their hats and chaps.
Oh yeah, because she gives a belt buckle to the best dressed cowboy and cowgirl.
Nice. Okay, a couple more. Oh my gosh.
Bullfighter actually getting to play with the bull. They'll lay the barrel down like that and play.
No. Is that a Brahma bull? What are they called?
That's probably half Brahma.
Okay, that's a half too much for me. Okay, last picture, and then we're going to wrap up.
That was our specialty act from last year. Unfortunately, it wasn't in Gerry. That picture wasn't taken in Gerry, but
Okay.
that horse is trained to do a lot of that with just
Special
voice commands and touches with his hand, just touching him on the sides or on his back.
Okay, I'm going to wrap up for you right now. So, Tom Atwell and Bruce Gustafson from the Gerry Rodeo, thanks for joining me today. August 8th, 4 to 7. August 9th, 12 to 3. $15 a dinner, and it's going to have beef, potatoes, corn, salad, cottage cheese. What else do they have? A roll, barbecue sauce, gravy, $15 a person. 985-4847 for groups of 10 or more. Hey, wish you luck and good weather, and I hope that a lot of people come out and support. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
And
Thanks.
say hi to Paul for us.
We will do that.
All right, folks, you know what we do. Every Saturday morning, we're going to be here next week and do it again. So support the Gerry Rodeo and all of your other local fire departments because they do great work on all of our behalf. Take care. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye now.